If you're watching this, you have already failed. You've probably tried quitting before with willpower, blockers, or just one more final time, and yet you still lost, still keep losing. Why? Because you are attacking the wrong damn problem. You're attacking the symptom instead of the real problem. And let me show you why you're stuck. Every time you watch porn, you're voting for a weaker version of yourself. You're telling the world, telling yourself that this is who I am. I'd rather be a slave to pixels than face my own life, is what you are. Is that what you are? Or are you someone who demands more? The emotional reasons you watch porn need to be confronted. Why is it that you know that porn is melting your brain, making you unable to stand up without it, and decreasing your testosterone, yet you still do it? I'm not trying to shame you, at least not today. I'm legit asking you a question. Why the fuck do you use porn when it's in net negative? Because you've gotten rid of one third of the problem. You have understood the logical reasons and you have dispelled them. You see that they are simply brainwashing. There is no increase in concentration, no increase in focus, no increase in relaxation. So, why the fuck do we use porn when there is no logical reason for it? Emotional reasons. Our emotions, of course, aren't logical. They do what feels good, what takes away pain. The same way that facts don't care about feelings, feelings do not care about facts. That's the same system that ended up working for our ancestors when they needed to run away from a lion or something, but it is not what works in modernity, and hence we need to adapt. So, what we need to do is convince our brain that pornography hurts us and makes us feel bad, it makes us feel empty and weak, and that it isn't the cure but the poison. This isn't even taking the amount of stress it causes on your brain and your personality, because there's two parts of you that are fighting. Because every time you watch porn, you're not just wasting time, you're assassinating the man who you're supposed to be, who you know you should be. And you're not relapsing, you're committing treason against yourself. And that is why deep down you feel it. It causes even more stress, and hence we want to run away from it more. And how did you run away from stress? Exactly. There will always be excuses. You'll always keep telling yourself that you'll quit when things get better. But let's be honest, this is a lie to protect your ego. And things won't get better until you get better. And every time you click, you choose to stay small. And that is what we need to change by getting rid of brainwashings. The first reason why porn is emotionally justified is simply because you are a coward. You run away from something when you use porn, not towards something. What do you run away from though? Fear, your problems, your guilt, or your shame? You still haven't dealt with all of the emotions that you have numbed, that you've repressed and avoided. And unless you do that, you will not make any progress. I'm not some bullshit feel good therapist, by the way, who's telling you to open your chakras or some bullshit. I'm telling you to open the fucking closet where you've buried all your fucking demons and kill them. Actually kill them. Here's a simple example. Let's say that you've got homework or a task that you avoided doing because it was stressful, and you are naturally feeling some level of guilt or shame because you're not facing up to it. And hence, what you want to do is run away from the emotion, run away from the problem by relieving some stress. This task continues to worsen and worsen because you could have ended it early and not have to deal with it, but because you do it at the end moment, and hence you have even more anxiety, your quality worsens, you're more stressed about it. And how did you deal with stress again? At the same time, you know that pornography is bad for you, that it increases your cortisol, causes brain damage, makes you a fucking monkey in terms of attention. So, two sides of your brain, again, are disagreeing, cause more dissonance, and hence even more stress. This is what causes confusion, guilt, shame, a negative identity. It's like a smoker having two beliefs of I want to be happy and healthy, and at the same time smoking. This causes even more stress, which he tries to drown by. This isn't just about quitting pornography. This is about becoming the man who doesn't need to go towards it. A man who can look at himself in the mirror and recognize himself and look at himself with pride. If you're ready to stop betraying yourself, click the link below, but only if you're done lying. If you continue to be a coward and are surprised because you're addicted all of a sudden, you're stupid. The point of addiction isn't something so good, it's irresistible. But that going back to life without it is painful. And how do you fix this? Get yourself strong enough to take the pain and remove the stupid reasons for the pain. For example, if it's guilt about not doing homework, then finish it. If it's about not saying sorry to someone, do it and move on. because guilt is something which rots the soul, and I see no reason why you should keep it. Even if you believe that something cannot be fixed, at least do a quick fucking Google search on it, because I'm betting you that it can be, or at the very least about how to minimize it or how to optimize all of the other aspects of your life, because these actions will make your self image, the way you see the world, far, far better. You can just watch this video or you can actually take fucking action. Do you wish to be a slave or do you wish to break your chains? Again, this is about becoming someone who doesn't need pornography because all of the reasons they use it are removed or misinterpreted as brainwashings. Eventually, you will realize that even if you've gotten better with dealing the problems or fixed or minimized them, new ones will always pop up. The only way that someone can continue to move on is by having a why, a powerful why, a reason to live, something to prove to someone about yourself, getting stronger for the sake of getting stronger, retiring your parents, anything fucking ballsy which will keep you moving, and something which matters to you. That is the only thing that you need. In studies, they found that the most common factor that people with problematic porn usage suffer with is purposelessness. So, if you fix purposelessness, that will be a big, big thing towards improving your life. You think this is just about pornography? This is about power. Every time you relapse, you're handing over your future self to someone else, your boss, your ex, the people who laughed at you, and you think that they're not willing to use your weakness against you. Wake up. Remember all the people who are looking down at you, who think that you are going to end up a statistic, a fucking mediocre little nothing. Will you let that pass? Will you start crying? Or would you get up and start fucking working like you know that you are supposed to? But for that, you'd first need to conquer yourself and then the world. Hold that anger, that energy, and use it. Apply it into something productive. On the screen, there's an image of some journaling prompts that I want you to go through, all of them. And this is how you will find your why. This is how you will identify your self limiting beliefs and make far better progress, not in terms of quitting pornography, but also your life. I want you to pause the video and actually start writing them right now. Don't fucking make excuses. If you don't have that, open a Google Doc or something and then journal on that. The point is that you will always have fucking excuses. You will always continue to consume content, but when will you start fucking taking action on it? Fucking pause the video right now and take action. I assume that you've written everything out and I hope that it's helped you. If you want personal coaching, link in description below. Getting rid of self-limiting beliefs can be a long and tedious process, and I have helped multiple people, including a now national level golfer and top students who are getting nines and A stars. This is the second step in my 3-step dominate method to quit porn and actually start dominating and improving in your life. The first part is being more mindful, actually start seeing when someone attacks like an urge and being able to actually question it. This is done by being more mindful, by doing something like Nixon, breath work, or any other form of meditation out there possible, which makes you more aware, which makes you more mindful of what's happening around you. The best way to think of it is that this is preventing more trust from building up in your home. The second part, which is getting rid of your self limiting beliefs, whether they be emotional or logical, is getting rid of the trash that is already in the house. And these are the self limiting beliefs, the things about ourselves that we've repressed, like a desire or for greatness, and actually start controlling them, acknowledging them, using them where necessary. This begins by killing all the stupid self limiting beliefs that could have been in our brain for potentially years and starting to replace them with new, better, and superior ones which actually are useful. If you're watching this video, and I assume that you've two choices right now. You can close the video and pretend you'll figure out the rest yourself or do it later, which I know that you won't. Or you can click the link below and join the men who've already escaped and force your brain to obey you with my personal coaching and community. Which one sounds like something a winner would do? Cheers.